Hey everybody, I just wanted to let you know about a new bill that's being debated in the State House right now that's going to affect your schools, your kids' schools, and how it's funded. It was authored by Indiana Senator Linda Rogers from Granger right here in St. Joe County. It has passed the Senate. It is going to be debated in the House now. It will basically reallocate property tax dollars away from traditional public schools and towards charter schools to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars in just the first few years. As a reminder, charter schools are managed privately by nonprofit boards instead of elected officials. They follow some of similar state regulations, but they're commonly criticized for having less transparency, less oversight, and not the same accountability to the taxpayers. As of now, traditional public schools are funded two ways. They get property tax revenue, and then they get per pupil funding from the state. Charter schools, up until now, have only gotten that state funding, but not property tax revenue. This bill would change all that. If this passes, traditional schools will have to share its property tax revenue with its charter school system. If voters were to ever pass a referendum, which would be an increased tax for building repairs, building maintenance, that would also have to be shared with those charter schools. So it's significant because it's the first time that property taxes have been reallocated away from traditional public schools and towards charter schools. And it's also significant because of the huge financial hit that it will be to the traditional schools budget. It's estimated that it's going to cost traditional schools around $500 million in just the first few years. This has passed the Senate. It was controversial there. 12 Republicans joined 9 Democrats in voting against it. I don't know how that's going to play out over the coming weeks as it's being debated in the House. Supporters of the bill would say that charter schools should receive additional funding if they're taking additional students away from traditional public schools. Opponents would say that we don't have an even playing field between charter schools and traditional public schools, and that charter schools still have not proven that they are a better option than traditional public schools. I would be remiss if I did not mention that, according to the data, the charter school system here in South Bend has not consistently or significantly outperformed the South Bend public school system here, South Bend Community Schools.